The Rogers Center should look very familiar to those of you who have stuck around the channel OGs, going back to 2020, as we take on the only true international team in the MLB at this current state, the Toronto Blue Jays. On the mound for them will be Andrew Heaney, 12-9 last season, with just under a 4 ERA, 139 strikeouts to his name. And for the foreseeable next 6 games, we will be focusing on the 2 primary free agent targets we had this past offseason, that being Juan Soto here in Toronto, and in Kansas City, we will be taking on the Royals, looking at Mr. Tyler O'Neill. Unfortunately, Juan Soto's first plate appearance will be a flyout. His next one won't really be too much different, as Alejandro Kirk makes the catch near the home plate. That is 2 disappointing plate appearances for him thus far. Ball game tied at 2 here in the 5th. Heaney still out there. 57 pitches to his name, and Soto is going to take him deep to right field, absolutely pimping it for a home run. His first of the season thus far. Hopefully we see many, many, many more of them, as he hit 30 last season. 377 feet, 94.9 miles an hour. That should be in the metric system, given the fact we are in Canada, but whatever. Yeah, I hope we see plenty more of these. Again, he is our DH, so don't expect him to play very much defense, hence why we've gotten through 4 plate appearances fairly quickly, 3 of which have been unsuccessful.
Here we go.
All right, we jump here in the top of the 9th inning. Ball game tied at 9 apiece. Honestly, Soto, you don't have to jack one out in order for us to get the win. A base hit is all it will take, and he is going to hit this one deep to center, but, well, okay, maybe not that deep, and unfortunately we will be looking at some extra innings. Time. Soto is on second. Marcano at the plate. Nobody out. Can we at least advance the runner? Ground ball to third. Chapman will fire it over to first, and then Juan Soto will stay put because, listen, don't really want to test Matt Chapman. Moncada does have 2 hits to his name, and he is going to hit this one to center field. Kiermaier has to run back. Soto is not going to tag up. Oh, okay. You know what? I get it. Kiermaier's got a rocket, so you probably don't want to test him. Stay put. Arraez is a hitting machine, batting .324 last season with 17 long balls somehow. And unfortunately, it'll be a disappointing 10th inning, as we will go to the bottom half and see how things play out. Actually, we won't. I constantly forget that for some reason in player lot games, you can't just watch anymore. I can't choose on screen. Doesn't matter. We get the victory 5-4, getting a run in the 11th inning. As we move on to game number 2, you guys should be very familiar with this individual, Mr. George Springer. He's a right fielder for Toronto Blue Jays MLB 22 through about the 2025 season. I had to trade him, and it turned out in our favor. Juan Soto was going to hit this one to right field. His first plate appearance, it's going to plop down. Runner will come around from first to third. We got corner boys for the number 3 hitter. Take a look at that again, and it bounces just inside fair territory, doing just enough to advance that runner. O'Neill batting, 71, and it's going to be a ground ball to Chapman, and you know what? Give credit for Chapman's wherewithal to go to home. Who the hell is that on third? You should have never ran. You should know better than that, Colas. Nonetheless, because of Juan Soto's pull prowess, though, honestly, he can hit it to all fields. I'm very confused why they have the shift on, or at least the new shift, and you know what? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. They're going to intentionally walk him as we are up 1. That'll give us 2 runners on with 2 away for the number 3 batter, Tyler O'Neill. I probably should have had O'Neill batting a little bit higher in some of the first couple games. He does hit for some power. Also hits for a decent amount of contact. Fly ball into, it's actually not going to plop over Chapman's head, and we are going to move forward. We do get the victory, 3-2. that one run in the ninth, and it was really all it took to give us the victory, as most of the runs were scored in the first 6 innings. 3-2 on the season, as Toronto is, their wings are getting clipped in this series. We are scoring an average of 5 runs in each of the first 2 games. 256 isn't the best batting average given such a small sample size, but we are making the most of the hits that we do get. Soto, batting number 4 today, is going to hit this fastball to center field, and it's just not going to go very far. It's okay. It's all right. It's only the first inning. Not over by any stretch of the imagination. Soto is going to take a pitch. Alvarez is on deck. Full count. We are up 2-0. Kevin Gausman should be very familiar to him, as he's going to hit this one to right field. Springer, running back a little bit towards the gap, will make the catch. Unfortunately, that is 2 empty plate appearances. And we finally got to look at some of Soto's numbers to start the season. 217, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. I do not care for OPS because this is a BS stat in my opinion. Randall Grichuk with 6 RBIs. But we are not worried about the Rangers, as Soto takes this one deep to center field, his 2nd home run of the series. And that'll extend our lead to 4-0. Again, we should be seeing plenty more of this. Is more or less our cleanup hitter, whether against righties or against lefties. And listen, Soto has one of the best eyes in all of baseball. That is why he walks a lot. It also helps he can hit extremely well. You can consider him today's Tony Gwynn if you want. I wouldn't be mad at that assessment. Oh, Pearson with the curveball that honestly should have been smacked to the Hudson Bay. And the reigning AL MVP is going to tag first. We do get the victory and the sweep, taking all 3 games from Toronto, as we win this one 5-1, averaging 5 runs in all 3 games. Alvarado does get the save. Gausman gets the loss. Pablo Lopez, 7 1/3, only giving up 4 hits. Did walk 2, struck out 5, gave up only a singular run, as we take a look down in Double-A, the debut of the Lookouts, because unfortunately we can't rebrand our minor league teams in. Rico Mendez goes 7 strong, does give up a run, so unfortunately he is not going to get the victory, as Andre Zuniga, the individual that we drafted, couldn't sign, ended up signing in the offseason, is going to come in the 8th. I forget he's a lefty, and you know what? A lot of teams tend to hit lefties pretty well. Tucker Flint is going to smash this one in the right field. Boom, it clangs up off the wall, and he is going to have a stand-up double to start the 8th inning, and this is not a good look from Andres Zuniga. Next pitch player is Werner Blakely. Smacks this into the gap. It's not exactly up against the wall, but it will be a RBI single, as apparently 10,000 people have come out to watch this game. I wonder who they were really looking for. Like, we have some of the best prospects in all of baseball. And Ornelas able to stretch out to make the catch. Connor Kaiser did score put up the first run of the ball game way back in the first inning. And Zuniga looks over to first. He's going to pitch out of the stretch, and it's going to cost him. Liner into center field. And it's back-to-back hits, as Andre Zuniga is starting to fall apart with his pitching. Can't seem to control it, as Sean Handy turns into a handyman, hits this in the right field. It just caroms off the top of the wall. The runner from second will come around to score, and it is going to be a 4-1 ball game here in the 8th. Can we please get him out of here? Oh my goodness, he is smoking us. Or at least this team is smoking us, treating us like the trash that the trash pandas like to eat. And it's going to be a hit in the right field. Ariano throws to the plate, and oh man, none of these outfielders seem to have very much accuracy. Jeez. As Deshaun Knowles gets the single, and listen, we got the floor wiped with us in the Double-A season opener. 8 runs scored in the last 2 innings after 1 run apiece was scored by both teams in the 3rd. Let's push forward. Tyler O'Neill got that average up to 136. That's not really very good. 2-time Gold Glover. It's part of the reason why we signed him. He plays very good defense, has amazing speed, and can hit the long ball some, but he's not going to showcase any of that in his first plate appearance here in Kansas City. Sorry, not Kansas City. We are still in Cincinnati. We haven't left. Again, as stated in a previous video, I don't like the stadium creation stuff. Like, there's just something about it that I don't feel like I can make it custom enough to feel like a major league park. Tyler O'Neill, though, says, don't worry about that. I will pay for a new one as he gets a triple to start off the fourth. And fly ball by Arias. That is going to be a sacrifice fly, and you're not throwing him. Oh my goodness. Who is out there in center field? He has got a cannon, but just missed the opportunity to get a tagged up Tyler O'Neill. Third plate appearance, and curveball is going to get hung up there and going to hit the center. Unfortunately, that will end the sixth inning. Though, that was a pretty precarious catch. He almost did not catch that at all. Bases juice. If O'Neill can hit another triple, we will be within one run. He just has to connect. 0-2, and jammed on a low inside fastball. I don't know why they put on the infield fly roll. Like, absolutely unnecessary. And that'll be out in the eighth inning. Unfortunately, we are going to lose this one 5-4, despite 3 runs in the eighth inning. Mike Soroka making his second start this season. 6.35 ERA. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, but we won't see anything from him, at least not for a little bit. Fly ball into center field, and I hate the animations in the outfield. Why would you reach for a ball so far away from you that you cannot come up with? I was actually trying to get behind the ball so that, I could prevent it from bouncing. What does it do anyway? Bloop. Way far away. A terrible animation where he tried to, underhand it. That is just idiotic. Oh, my goodness. And his second plate appearance is going to be just as unsuccessful as his first. Show of disappointment from leader of this team, Ellie De La Cruz. Ryan Pepio is going to strike Tyler O'Neill out yet again. 3 empty plate appearances. And somehow he keeps coming up to the plate with runners in scoring position situations. 1 out, 2 on in the 7th. And, weak chopper to third. Third baseman goes to second. Back to first. You're pretty much never going to get him out on any kind of fielder's choice double play situation. And Alvarez is going to smack one in the left field. Runners at the corner situation squandered. We jump ahead to the top of the 9th. Kyron Paris, if he can hit a long ball, this game will be tied, and we are going to have to go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Freddie Freeman, congratulations on recording your 1200th ribby your career. Fly ball to dead center. Paris, it's not going to have enough air underneath it, and we will get the victory 5-4 at home at Great American Ballpark, which is really ironic given we're an international only players franchise. Jackson Chourio, player of the game. And as you can take a look at the series recap, we have split the series thus far. Let's get the series victory, which would give us our second of the season. O'Neill, 2 runners on, first and second, 0-2 count, and he is just going to take the contact route, hitting this one into center field. The runner will come around from second, despite not being the fastest. O'Neill comes up big in the early going. Second plate appearance, same situation, same result. Yerry Rodriguez, unfortunately, is going to give up an RBI. And, sliding in there just in time. We are now up 3-0. So this is why we signed him. He can get on base, and once you get on base, he is a problem. Manager seemingly signaling for a steal. O'Neill, damn it, he took off too soon. Listen, I pressed the run back a lot sooner, but unfortunately, let's be honest, the animations for base running are kind of terrible, even the slides. And Pasquantino is going to hit this one in the left field. Bro, that is lazy. Why would you not attempt to chase the ball as well? Who is that in left field? Oh, that's Chourio. Listen, I get that you're 21, you're a young dude, but this is Pop Warner stuff. This is Little League stuff. You gotta hustle with the ball. I don't. If you both collide, that's fine. 5-0 ball game thus far. Nick Prado hits it deep to left field, but unfortunately, it's going to land in the glove of O'Neill. We will get the victory. As a matter of fact, Kodai Senga, complete game 10 strikeout ball game. That is what we need to see more and more from the pitching staff as this series continues on. Check out the Franchise Ain't Dead podcast or anything else you might like on the channel. I'll let y'all later. Peace out.